Wait.
I
Hold
agree with
on.
like 21 didn't do nothing solo,
Wait.
but
Hold
at the
on.
same time, he had such a big impact.
I'm gonna mute up for 1 second just to read this, right? So, you know, let me get this off the screen for a second. This is why Complex says that this is why Complex says that 21 should be the best rapper of the year. Let's read what their reasoning is, right? They said 21 Savage is one of the best rappers alive, right? This isn't hyperbole. He's won Complex Rap MVP. Okay, see, I told you, Rap MVP award. I agree with that. Because of his consistent output, improvement, and evolution of his cadence and wordplay with every verse. From delivering a flurry of impressive features to holding down his own with one of the biggest artists on the planet for an entire album, Savage has solidified his place as a rap heavyweight. But he's not in it for the recognition. I guess this is Savage giving a statement. He says, I just feel like a lot of people lose their spots trying to take somebody else's. That's actually a good point. Savage tells Complex over the phone. He says, I'd rather just keep trying to outdo myself, right? His MVP year kicked off with a prolific run of collaborations. Let's see what they're like. This is their criteria now. So when working with fellow rappers JID, Baby Tate on surround sound, Savage was able to morph his defining sinister bars into a soulful Aretha Franklin sample, whereas Gunna thought I was playing, he found a new creative way to deliver vicious lines, right? By the way, you can see already Knife Talk, which was pretty much a standout and the dominant record other than Jimmy, it's a dominant record on CLB, and obviously he's on Drake's album, pretty much giving the breath of fresh air with the Jimmy Cooks as well. So 21's year was then further solidified with the work he did with Drake. The two have a special chemistry first exposed on Sneakin', which hit a new level on the certified Loverboy cut Knife Talk, which became undeniable on Honestly Nevermind's Jimmy Cooks, which I believe both of them songs is like fucking classic. I think 21 has been on a disgusting nice feature run, and I agree with this, right? So I'm just trying to get their context of why they say he's the MVP. With the duo linking up for an entire album, Her Loss was guaranteed to be a moment. 21 was able to hold down his own, and the collaboration helped him get hotter while introducing to a much larger audience. Her Loss is what ultimately set Savage apart from the rest of his peers this year. The surprise album dominated hip-hop discussions after it dropped and showcased how 21's rapping had reached new heights. I give him this. He did do the he did a timestamp track, which I definitely thought was gonna be a Drake track, but when I just seen it on paper. Anyway, I ain't heard a project like this in a long time, honestly, probably since My Turn. He says, this is like a real album you can ride from top to bottom. Okay, that's a good question. Is Her Loss, My Turn was a classic, right? Is Her Loss in that realm? You guys tell me. This is like a real album you can ride to from top to bottom. That's what I was thinking in the club. I remember feeling proud of him because he put it together the right way from track listing and everything. This was a big year for the 30-year-old rapper. And with the new album coming very, very soon, he's poised to elevate even further in a couple of months. Below is our conversation about being named best rapper. Let's see what he says. Congrats on being named best rapper. How does it feel? Feels like an overstatement, but honestly, I'm thankful that y'all feel that way. You said in the past you ain't focused on being the greatest rapper, but the greatest you. Can you explain what you meant? Okay. All right. So this is just an interview with Savage at this point. Let's kind of go back because pretty much the criteria they're going off, and I'm gonna unmute the Discord again. The criteria that they're going off is the criteria says. Wait, hold on. The criteria that Complex seems to be going off is saying he did some great features. He had Knife Talk. He had motherfucking Jimmy Cooks, and then he dropped the collab album.
He didn't have that. Drake had that. Fuck. That's Drake's song. It's not his shit.
Okay, all right. Oh, yo, chat. No, chat. I can't do that. That's gonna be unfair. So right now, please end that poll on Twitch. So on Twitch right now, they have a poll, and I can show y'all. Try to keep it transparent.
Kodak washing, bro.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You can't ask who's better. Like, with all due respect, I think Kodak is one of the biggest legends to ever be in music, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I'm not gonna say he's Chief Keef level, but inspiration wise,
He up there.
he's up there. And unfortunately, I don't think Gunna nor 21 when it comes to how people look at just like Chief Keef level in inspiration, you got to go to Future. Future and Chief Keef, it's around that same level type shit, right? But right below them, Kodak is gonna be in there, and that's very fucking important, right? So, yeah, all right? Thank you for the new poll. So the new poll: who had the better 2022? YouTube. Let me see how you
21.
Huh?
Obviously 21. Like, but when you was muted up, I was saying if we was going by because you saying 21 didn't drop his own stuff as pretty much features in the collab album. And I was like, also too, I said, me personally, if I'm kicking two people off, and if I gotta kick 21 off, and I'm kicking Lil Durk off, I gotta add Gorilla, because what Gorilla did as a female artist and bringing that hype to female music and having a hype around a female artist, we ain't had that since early Nicki.
I feel you. I feel him.
Glorilla?
She did come in stomping. I'm not gonna lie.
Yak, bro.
I'm gonna say
not many girls come right in and get the Cardi feature for me, and this one for me, and it's up.
Cardi needed that feature more than Glorilla needed that shit, bro. Fact.
What?
Nigga, don't forget you dropped the song with Durk and Ye, and that shit flopped, bro. Keep it a bean.
That's fact, bro. That's fact.
Come on now.
Y'all want to put Durk on that list, and y'all want to see Durk on that list.
Fuck with that song heavy, like.
But it flopped though. That song flopped like shit.
Yeah, because it wasn't good, and like y'all be riding Durk too much.
Nigga, that song was on the charts for 1 week and disappeared the next week. That's a flop for Cardi B. Facts. Like,
that's just because Kanye was on. There was so much going on.
Well, he wasn't even wilding yet.
I think that shit. Honestly, that shit was fire. All
right. So, listen, I need everybody to spam it up, and obviously, I want y'all to chime in. It looks like people are trying to say, let's take 21 off and let's put on,
Kodak?
Let's put on Kodak. Anybody with either strong feeling for it or against it?
Nope.
Still, in that case though, I still put Yak over Gunna. I say, I feel like the next round when y'all put Gunna gonna kick him out.
You can't be mad at it.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I can't be mad at it. Yo, but I feel like Gunna gonna.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, Wale intern, you the only nigga saying Gunna right now.
Oh God, bro.
Respectfully, that man did numbers. He had multiple songs that were hits.
Hold on.
Then the one song that y'all saying for Durk, it was Gunna was on it.
Wait. Hold on.
I'm looking at the numbers.
All right. Okay. So this will be my contention to that, right? So I will contest it by saying this. Gunna was locked up in May. And if we were going from January to May, I think he got it. But honestly, for the rest of the year, we only heard about, yes, what happened to Virgil was still going, but you know, and by the way, I love that song, Banking on Me, but people were really talking about Gunna in terms of his criminal case at that point. Like, he missed definitely half of the year.
Why you say the same thing about Kodak? Besides Super Gremlin, what else you had?
No, he put out music. Kodak put out some music.
He had Can't Stop, Won't Stop too. It wasn't a hit, but
it's true. That's true. He did have that with Diddy's son. I forgot about that. And he had another song that did that peanut butter jelly song.
A lot of people would say Back for Everything. Granted, he might have not gotten all the mainstream, love that probably he wanted, but a lot of people think that
he got Walk too.
That is a good song.
A lot of people think that Back for Everything, which is his album, was a really fucking solid album. Thoughts?
It has some. I ain't gonna lie. It did have a few hits on that bitch. I'm trying to think of one.
He got Walk on there.
Not only that, but it has some. What's that shit called?
Okay, yeah. All right. I'm gonna let this poll go on for 2 more minutes.
Oh, Cutthroat Bill, bro. Listen, 300 Blackout. Like, I can't sleep, yo. Yeah, that shit was fire, bro.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, I'm keeping it fair as could be. We still got Gunna on the nominee list. Here we go. But if this poll continues and it's close a bit on YouTube, 56-44. I'm looking at it on Twitch right now. Look like Kodak got a pretty. He's winning 50%, but there's two other people, 21 and Gunna. I don't know. It looks like it's probably safe to say we're gonna replace Kodak with 21 Savage. Or no, 21. Yeah, we're gonna replace 21 Savage with Kodak.
Which is a fact.
Okay. All right.
Yo, well, I was gonna say, did you ever hear my analogy that I said? You probably was deaf. It was just like Kodak beat the odds, bro. That's probably why his comeback is even harder, bro. Because niggas counted Kodak out. And he came back and had a number 3.
Nah, but yo, hold on. With all due respect, as I said, Kodak is like a fucking living legend, my nigga. Like, he's just iconic. You get what I mean? Like, I remember I was on the phone with him, and I remember saying to him, I was like, yo, you still lit as fuck, but niggas almost see you like Chief Keef in a way. In a sense that we're not looking at your numbers first. Like, bro, he could put out some hard-ass album that you go listen to, but you don't give a fuck if he sells 200,000 or if he sold 30,000. I don't think we don't look at Kodak to be like, oh, nah, this shit not popping like that no more. No, we just know it's yak. You get what I mean? And there's a few artists that I think they're so lit. Keef is one of them because Keef is a fucking legend. That their music is so goddamn hot that we don't give a fuck too much about what they sell.
I mean, but niggas ain't looking at Keef like he ran 2022 when he dropped the album, or 2021. You know what I'm saying? So even Kodak cared about it that much. You remember he was on 2021. He was mad about that album sale shit, bro. He was like, "Oh, y'all supporting the fake." You don't remember that?
Yeah, but no. I think he cares a bit, but I don't think fans care. And I told him that too. I was like, yo, bro, I don't like put it like this. There's people quote unquote more lit than you that might sell more than you, but like they're not more iconic than you. You get what I mean?